Hi there, thanks for stopping by to check out my little project, ESPLux. ESPLux gives your existing low voltage lighting system some brains. You simply install it in between your existing transformer and your light, and the ESPLux takes care of the rest. You can then control it from your mobile phone or from your computer or some other automated system. Other existing solutions either require working with high voltages, which in Australia, unless you're an electrician, is illegal, or replacing the entire luminaire, which can turn out to be quite expensive, as you can well imagine. So ESPLux is a very simple little unit. The brains behind it is an ESP8266. There's a rectifier in there to account for both AC and DC transformers, and there's a MOSFET for switching the light fixture on and off, and also dimming it as well. So just thought I'd do a bit of an update for you. As you can see, I've got the ESPLux on the left here, and that's in its sort of first beta state. The case has been made up. It was laser cut from Pinocchio out of acrylic. It's turned out quite nicely. And on the right hand side there you can see the first pass of the firmware on my lovely iPad 1. Just using that for testing at the moment. Yeah, everything's feature complete. All the buttons are all working properly at the moment. Yeah, and I'll go through what I'm still working on a bit later on in the video. Okay, so the ESPLux is on. We've connected to its wireless access point, and this is an old session, but I'll just refresh it. And we can connect there and have a look. So I can hit light off, if I can hit the thing, and light back on, and dim it. So anyway you press on here will give it a different light value. We've got the indicator light button here, so that switches the lights on and off inside the unit itself. We've got the light is dimmable option, so I can deselect that, gets rid of the dimming bar up the top, and yeah, just leaves you with the light on and off button. So I'll turn that back on. Also we've got set light to previous value when switch is flipped. Now what I'll do, I'll just turn the ESPLux back off, so you can see the lights have gone off. They're only just on screen, I'm sorry about that. Turn the ESPLux back on, and you can see, there you go, it's kept its previous setting. We've got our light name, at the moment it's ESPLux, but I'm going to change that. I'll change that to Foyer. No. It doesn't matter. So I'll hit save. And you can see up the top there, and now says Foyer, and the name's updated. Anyway, next part is to set up Wi-Fi. So down the bottom here we've got the SSID. Okay, I've typed my password in. I'll just drop the keyboard back down, and we can tick the set static IP address button on here. Now it comes default with 192.168.1.200 and a gateway of 1.1. You can barely see that on the camera. But you'll obviously need to change that to whatever setting you need in your network. So I'm going to change mine to 201, and the rest of the settings are right for my network at home here. So I'll hit save wireless down the bottom. Now that's going to go off. It probably won't redirect me properly, because it thinks it's still connected to the ESPLux Wi-Fi point, but you can see up the top there it's trying to point me into the right IP address. There are a few things that I'd like to improve on the existing design. There is currently a maximum wattage limit that's fairly low, which means that you can't have more than one light fitting on one box. I really would like to increase that a bit. That will require replacing the rectifier and potentially also the MOSFET. Another thing I'd like to do is make my board a little bit more DFM friendly. There are a couple of components on there that are through-hole. One is the rectifier, which I'd like to replace anyway to increase the maximum rating for the board. But the other one is as well as the MOSFET. Both of these shouldn't be too difficult to go through and replace. The third thing that I need to do is improve the firmware a little bit. At the moment it's all working fine. There are a few stability problems with it that just need to be resolved. And I'd also like to make it so that when you press the button, the light reacts quicker to your press than what it does at the moment. Thanks for watching.